Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today is day 4 of Glitter and Glam week. Today we're going to dive into the Lorac Luxe Diamond palette. This is new to me. I've only done a handful of looks with this, but I did think it would be really beautiful for Glitter and Glam week. I'm in a weird mood today. My hair is not behaving, so I've put her up in time out and she's still wet. And we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Grab your coffee if you're going to play along. Remember, you don't need this palette. I'll call out the shade types or descriptions as I go along, and here we go. My eyes are already primed with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in the shade Nude. I am loving this. If you need concrete to keep your eyeshadow on, that's your product right there. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I think I'm going to do a halo eye today. This should be really interesting because I have yet to perfect a halo eye, but we're gonna try anyway. I know you guys must get sick of the same eye shape that I do, but I think I talked about this in a previous video this week. Sometimes it's the eye shape thing. Sometimes it's not a lack of creativity. Sometimes it is that a person's eyes are shaped in such a way that a certain shape or application of eyeshadow is best. You guys, I was on the phone with Ulta for 30 minutes last night. I won't turn this into a rant, but it's kind of a rant. It's more of a rant for the carrier service that sometimes ends up with my Ulta and Sephora packages. This carrier service, I'll put the name on the screen because I'm calling them out, is On Track. On Track has now lost, I'm going to say lost because I don't know that I believe that they were lost or if they were taken or whatever. 4, maybe 5. I have to call Sephora today and probably be on hold for just as long of my packages in the last 6 months or so. It started with the Norvina 2 and 3 palette. They ended up having to reship those. They ended up having to reship my packages all 4 times because they were lost. Yes, I am salty. So anyways, Ulta got it sent out or, reshipped to me last night. They're expediting it, which is nice. I kind of had to be firm about that. Now I have to call Sephora today and probably have the same thing happen. And the real kicker too is that one of the things I ordered is now no longer in stock. So they had to refund me for it because they won't wait for back stock, I guess. I didn't even tell you what I was doing, did I? Holy crap. I went in with this shade right here, which is Posh, and this is like a dusty rose shade, which has got to be one of my favorite tones for a transition shade. So I just blew this out all in the transition. I think the next shade I'm going to go into is this one right here, which is called Grand. This is a very warm mid-tone brown, so I think it'll be nice as our deepening crease shade. I have such bad luck with halo eyes. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go in with this sort of pointy blending brush. I'm gonna place this on the in and out of the lid first and then blend it into the crease a little bit. This is where that pointy brush comes in handy because I can target that inner part of the lid without coming up too far, without, I don't know, carrying it in too far. Have you guys been watching any Christmas movies? Because I totally have. I think I'm running out of free Christmas movies on cable to watch. I've watched Home Alone several times. I have watched, I've watched The Grinch several times with my bestie's little boy, one of her little boys, or littlest boy. The only one we haven't watched yet is Christmas Story. We tend to watch that on Christmas Eve as a family, which is lovely. I love traditions like that. My bestie's family always watches Polar Express on Christmas Eve, and we usually do too, but that's usually one that we watch during the daytime, and then we save the Christmas Story for the evening. Curious if you guys, I know lots of people have, you know, Christmas traditions, but I'm curious if any of you have Christmas Eve traditions. For us, we always have done in the past pajamas for everyone, myself and my husband included, new pajamas. That way we have nice, fresh, cute pajamas for our Christmas morning pictures. And then I've always purchased a board game for the family. And then usually in the past, I've chosen a DVD for the family. Sometimes Christmas movies, sometimes like a new release movie, and so on. I'm gonna go back into Posh here and just do a little blendy and bring it a little bit more. There we go. It looks like I have pink eye at the moment. Anybody else? Well, now with, you know, Netflix and Hulu, and we have Amazon Prime, whatever, TV, we don't watch our DVDs that we own, very rarely. Once in a while, we'll watch like a series of movies like Lord of the Rings or something like that, but not a lot. And so I've gotten away from purchasing DVDs because why would I purchase them if nobody's gonna watch them? So this year, instead of purchasing a board game and a movie, we purchased a game for my son's Switch. We do play the Switch, you know, fairly regularly as a family. And so anyways, we purchased Just Dance 2020, and I'm really excited to get my dance on, like very excited. It's such good exercise, and Lord knows I could use some exercise. Let's move on. I'm gonna apply some NYX glitter glue before we get into the next step. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Cushion Cut, and it's almost duochrome, but it's like a peachy pinky shimmer. And I don't know, with these glitter and glam looks, I didn't want to go like very predictable for holiday glam looks. I wanted these to be not just for Christmas, but also like New Year's. I think this would be, you know, these looks would be fantastic for, and just general. I mean, not everybody goes out in red and green clothing or, you know, whatever. And I also wanted to go just a little bit different than your average like neutral eyes or neutral glam eyes. So I have a special fun video coming up tomorrow just for a teaser. It's going to be a 2 shadow glam look. I just thought that would be fun. Not everybody has a bunch of time to get glam, but I think a lot of people like to get glam. So, all right, I think that's really pretty. Just going to go back in with the shade Grand and tap over the edges, sort of reestablish just a little bit the outer parts of the lid. I love to ask you guys questions. Okay, so next, what is your go-to glam palette? Do you have one, or are you one of those really smart people that goes and uses multiple palettes? What are the shades you tend to lean toward when you're doing glam looks? Do you never do glam looks? Do you always do glam looks? Tell me all about it. All right, so next is going to be that real highlight on the lid, and I think this color is gorgeous. It's this one right here called Radiant. I think I need to add just a titch of glitter glue or spray it. Which should I do? Let's try spraying it. A lot of times I don't spray my brush because, I don't know, I find a lot of shadows. Do you find a lot of shadows get kind of crusty and emphasize texture when you spray them, or am I doing something wrong? I pick up that beautiful glitter on this super little brush. Oh yeah, that's not bad. That looks pretty, I think. It might have done better with a glitter glue, though. More glitter glue. Just for gets and shiggles, I'm gonna try it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it a lot better applied with the phalange. Holy moly. And just because I do have hooded eyes and I want this glitter to show even when my eyes are open and I'm getting down too low, I brought it up, just blended up into the crease just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go back into Cushion Cut, that first metallic shimmer that we used, and just tap a little of this on the outer part and inner part of the lid. Just giving a little bit more of that halo effect, as well as blending with the shade Radiant. What do we think? Do we look blended? And this Radiant shade, I don't think I described it, but I would definitely call it like a champagne glitter. This one right here. So pretty. Lower lash line, I'm going to keep it pretty simple and just go in with this shade Grand. That was our mid-tone warm brown verging on terracotta. And I'm just going to take that from the outer corner of the eye almost all the way in, right before the tear duct, and smudge it out just a smidge. I do want a tiny bit of depth, so I'm going to take this little dense domed brush, same shade, pick up a little bit, and just put this right on the outer corner of the lid and connect it with downstairs. I will say this is probably one of the better outcomes of a halo eye that I've had, though. All right, so for the inner corner, I think I'm just gonna wrap it around the tear duct. I'm gonna use this shade right here called Crystal. It too is kind of a peachy shade, but this is like more like a metallic or satin shade versus Cushion Cut, which was definitely glittery. So start with the lower lash line, bring that to meet up with the brown, and then pull this up in front of the transition shade. Give a little lift to the eye. Hopefully you can see that. Going into the shade Carrot, this is a matte cream shade. I'm just going to highlight right under the brow arch. Just a little bit. All right, I think that's it for the eyeballs. I'm going to pop off of here, do some liner and mascara, and then we will come back and I will show you the lip that I picked. Ta-da! Here we go. Don't forget to spice up your glam with some jewelry. These are pearls from my hubby, and then this pearl necklace came from Premier Jewelry. I don't even know if they're still around, but it's definitely the best investment in terms of jewelry that I've ever made. This is super duper long. I don't remember what they, like 70 inches or something. And you can loop it and do whatever you want with it. And so it makes a really nice statement piece to pair with a glam look. I think that this little halo eye of mine actually turned out really beautiful. I'm pleased with the shape of it and everything, but as always, if you have tips for me, leave them down below and we can all benefit from your experience. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm really having a good time with these glitter and glam looks. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which will be the last day of glitter and glam, where we're going to create a glam eye look using only 2 shadows. Dose. And thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I appreciate all of you that watch my videos. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely gorgeous glitter and glam days. And I will see you in my next video tomorrow.